brought down Daniels.
My name is Byron Young. I'm an outside linebacker at the University of Tennessee.
And that's on Byron Young, will have none of that.
10 for the Bengals, 36. Blitz up the middle from Roseboom. He's hit. He's gobbled up. Burrow is sacked back at the tackle with 4. Burrow has to retreat. Burrow is engulfed. He's sacked again.
A few years ago, Byron Young was working at Burger King down in Georgia. Now he is an NFL quarterback's worst nightmare. Byron Young's journey has not been a simple one, and if there was a picture next to the definition of perseverance, that picture would be Byron Young. This is the story of the fry cook turned NFL superstar. This is the story of former Tennessee Volunteer Byron Young. But before we get into this, if you enjoy college football content like this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I am planning to release multiple videos a week this season. Also, let me know what your favorite story has been in the NFL this year in the comments section below. Byron Young was born on March 13, 1999 and grew up in Hemingway, South Carolina. He played high school football at Carvers Bay High School, where he did not generate a lot of buzz coming out as a college prospect and also struggled academically. According to 24/7 Sports Composite, he was an unranked 0-star recruit. In 2017, he attended Gulf Coast Prep Sports Academy in Alabama. Postgrads or prep schools are usually a place where you basically get an extra year of high school football. They are usually found on the East Coast according to First Down Training. Schools love recruiting from these places because they don't affect your college eligibility. Things were going great for Young until the school folded in 2018 after just 2 games. Byron was now stuck without a place to play and needed to figure out what his next step was going to be. He decided to move to Georgia and began working part-time at Burger King. He worked long hours mopping the floors and working the grill, but always gave it his all. His boss loved his work ethic and recommended he pick up a second job at Dollar General where he could possibly create a career. While at Dollar General, he opened and closed the store, stocked the shelves, and worked on the cash register. Young told Knox News, "I was a great employee, and I was working 2 jobs at one time. But playing football was always on my mind. I just didn't know where to start, and I thought it was impossible. What gave me motivation is that I wanted to prove myself wrong." He did such a great job that it looked like he may be a future store manager. One day, he came across an ad for tryouts at Georgia Military College. GMC is a public military junior college located in Milledgeville, Georgia, and although it was state-funded, it had no affiliation with the University System for Georgia or Technical College Systems of Georgia. He decided to try out for the team and made it. He came right out of the gate, recording 3 sacks in an early season game, and finished the 2019 season recording 31 tackles, 11 tackles for loss, and 7 sacks. Young also got involved with the Cadet Corps, eventually becoming the leader of the group. He looked to have an even better sophomore year, but instead the world would have a different plan. COVID led to the cancellation of the 2020 JUCO season, and Young felt like he was back to square one. This time around, he thought his college career may be over. Byron was not ready to give up, though, and decided to put together a highlight tape from the 2019 season and the best plays from the GMC's intra-squad scrimmage and sent them to FCS and FBS schools. He was just hoping for one opportunity. While he waited for a response, he decided to pick up a job at the local Circle K to help pay the bills. After football practice, Young worked the night shift. Sometimes it turned into a double shift that kept him at the store overnight. He got a few hours of sleep in the morning, took online classes, went to practice, and returned to work. Young felt like his football career may be over, telling Knox News, "Honestly didn't know what to do. I thought it was over for me. But my mama told me to keep doing what I was doing and someone would be watching." South Alabama was the first school to offer Young an FBS scholarship, and then came an offer from Old Dominion, and after the ODU offer, his life would change even more as Tennessee would offer him as well. Once the Volunteers offered Byron, other SEC schools decided to offer him as well. Young chose to attend Tennessee on January 21st, 2021, 3 days after head coach Jeremy Pruitt was fired for NCAA recruiting violations. Byron enrolled. He was never linked to anything involving the recruiting violations, by the way. Throughout the spring and summer, Young impressed his new head coach, Josh Heupel, who thought his skills were raw, but he had a desire to play. During his first semester, he put on 30 pounds in the weight room and for the first time ever could solely just focus on football. Young listened to everything the coaches taught him and got after it every day. He was not going to blow this opportunity. He looked forward to starting his SEC career, but like throughout his career up to that point, he would have to wait. Due to NCAA eligibility issues, Young needed to sit out the first 2 games of the 2021 season, but finally made his debut against Tennessee Tech. The NCAA eligibility issues linked back to his time spent at the prep school in Alabama that folded after a few games. He spoke on the situation saying, "It made it really hard because I felt like I've been through a lot and it was just another thing. It's always something else. So when that happened, it hit me pretty hard because I worked hard in camp and just got to that moment. We prepared all week for the game and I find out I couldn't play. It kind of hit me pretty hard." Young had 5 tackles on defense while playing close to 20 snaps in his debut. Every day leading up to the game, he had to stop on campus to truly take it in that he was playing at Tennessee. He finished his first year on Rocky Top with 46 total tackles, 5.5 sacks, 11.5 tackles for loss, and an interception. He also got involved in the Vols Leader Academy, which is a program offered to Tennessee student athletes as a way to get them to develop as a leader and engage with the community to create positive social change. Through the program, he traveled to Rwanda to help provide sports equipment and facilities to those in the country who did not have access to them. Young found ways to reach people with different personalities and thus improved his communication skills within the program. His confidence to step up and speak to large groups grew massively, and his accountability for himself and others also skyrocketed. During the 2022 season, Young started all 13 games at the Leo position, leading the teams with 7 sacks and 12 tackles for loss, along with 14 quarterback hurries. He also had 37 total tackles. While most NFL draft prospects chose to sit out their bowl games, Young decided he was going to play in the Orange Bowl, finishing with 3 tackles for loss and 2 sacks in the Vols' big win over Clemson. He was an All-SEC first-team performer that season and garnered invitations to the East-West Shrine Bowl and Senior Bowl. He impressed at the Reese's Senior Bowl and ran a 4.43 40 at the NFL Combine. His draft stock began to skyrocket as he went from a mid-day 2 pick to a possibly late first-round pick. Between the Combine and Tennessee's Pro Day, Young decided to go back down to Georgia, explaining, "I just went back home and went to my old jobs. Went to my old junior college. I appreciate everyone that helped me along the way, the coaches. So I went back there, spending time with the coaches and the kids, and just telling them my story and telling them it can feel like you're not going anywhere, but that's just how it's going to be sometimes. When no one's watching, just put your head down and keep grinding." And just going back to Dollar General, talking to them, going back to all my old jobs, it really means a lot to me. I'm so grateful. I'm never going to forget where I came from. I am a humble guy. Byron would be taken in the 3rd round by the Los Angeles Rams and received a special message from Dollar General. While former BYU superstar Puka Nacua was stealing all the headlines early on during the season, Young was quietly having himself an amazing season as well. Through the first 3 contests, Young had played 166 of Los Angeles' 185 defensive snaps. He had 14 tackles, a team-high 2 sacks, and 13 pressures, 6 hurries, and 4 quarterbacks hits through the same time period. As of the end of October, when this video is being recorded and written, he has 27 total tackles, a forced fumble, and 3 sacks, and looks to be the favorite to win the Defensive Rookie of the Year award. Byron Young's journey is a crazy one and a lesson to people to never give up on their dreams. This is the story of Byron Young, the fry cook taking over the NFL. What do you think? What has been your favorite story this year in the NFL? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out one of my other videos YouTube thinks you will love right here. Don't forget to leave a like and to subscribe for more college football content. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, remember to embrace the grind.